Hi everybody, Heidi here, your Yorkshire crafter. Sorry, just moving the camera a bit better. How you doing? I hope you're well. It is 6 o'clock. It's just clicked over on Thursday the 16th of January. Halfway through already. 2 weeks to Carly's birthday. That's my daughter. So my baby will be 33, my youngest. Wow. How does that happen? Right. I hope you're well. So, with this one, I ordered some stamps just to see. Because I didn't really know anything about them or anything. So, that's a lot of colour, isn't it? I ordered from Stamp Addicts. And I ordered these three. So, they come unmounted. So, it comes in one big stamp. Let me just let Rosie out. She wants to go out. One big stamp. Come on out. Go on. So, and they come unmounted, like I say. A while ago, somebody sent me some red rubber stamps, but it just so happens they sent me some of this foam as well. I have ordered some because I've got some more stamps and I've just ordered a couple more. But I've ordered the sticks to make because I trust it. And I've ordered a different one on Amazon, same price, about £4.90 something I think it is. So I'll give them a go and see whether it's okay to buy a cheaper version. See, I don't know what brand this was, it was just in a packet. So all I've done is stuck that to it and cut round it. So I think it's fantastic. But I also got this one, which is swirly trees. See, I cut these up, and I'll cut these off. I'll cut all that rim off, otherwise it'll just stamp. So I cut them up. But this one, I can't wait to use it. Look at the size of it. It's bigger than my hand. So yeah, I can't wait to use that. So when the foam comes on Saturday, I'll get that on. So for now, we're playing with the ones I've just shown you. We're doing a little bit of ink blending. One I know what I'm doing, one I don't. So I'm just going to crack on and do it. So for this one, I'm using Mementos and I'm using Morocco, Tangelo. I'm looking around for something, I can't see it. And Dandelion. I was actually looking for the black, but my guess is I've put it away. Anyway, I've got jet black out from Alton because we're using that as well. So I'll just go with that. Right, so this is actually measuring 4.5 by 4.5. It will be cut down to 4.25 by 4.25, so it's losing a little bit all the way around. So I've got to think about that. So let me get me thingy out to keep them still. Like I say, I am changing all my brushes for these, but I had 2 unused Gina K brushes. Look at this. This is a used one, obviously, and unused, and I'm struggling to use this to pick colour up or anything. So maybe you do have to wash them, I don't know. I could have ideally done with I thought I might have had some spare of these, but I thought I did. Because we could have done with just doing one of them. No, it doesn't look like I do. No, I was sure there were 2 spare. No, it's okay. We'll manage, but it's not the best. Right, let's crack on. So we're going dandelion first. So I'm going top to bottom. Oops, nearly forgot. So I'm trying to think which way my picture will be. Let's have a look. She's going to be that way. And he's going to be that way. So actually, do you know what? I might just put them in the same place. I've just cut out 2 little masks. I'm going to stick this on the other card, otherwise I'm going to forget when it comes to it. I'm going to put him at this side actually. Right, that's fine. Don't forget now, do I? I'm not bothered that a bit of yellow's gone under it. I've used pink frog masking paper. We're not trying to be an artist here. In fact, I'm trying to show off the stamp, not the blending. But I'm using pink frog super smooth. I might end up going into this with the orange because that I just don't like that. That brush is not doing it for me. So I'll show you now. A bit of orange. Just making sure that is orange. Can you hear it grating? It's just not doing it. And it's a new pad. Oh no, look, it's going to ruin it now. See if I've got a different one. This looks just as dry. If that doesn't come off, that's really ruined this. In fact, before we get started, let's just turn it over. It doesn't matter, does it? I need all the big ink pads so I can get a whack of ink on my brush. And I need to take more time blending. I'm not bothered that it's coming on heavy here because that's the bits we're going to cut down. That's why I like to have that bit extra. So when you cut it off, your blending just looks perfect. Which is what we're after really, innit? A good blend's a good start. Right, let's try this with a bit of... Is this it? Well, it feels better. Definitely feels better than the other one. Where have I just put the other one? Who knows? I am coming up a little bit into the yellow, so just blending them in a little bit. That's a terrible noise. You don't ever normally get that noise. Look how it's cut there. That's me rushing to cut my paper. I need to stop giving myself a set time. See, it's blending nice over the colour we've already put down. That brush is lovely. Right, and then we're going to come in at the bottom with the Morocco. how nice that is. I hope you can see how rich it is. It's pretty nice. We might have got away with just using this as an orange, you know, and then just like I'm putting it there and then go over it with the yellow. We could have probably got away with that. No need for all the fretting, Heidi. I think that's blending in lovely there now. I hope you can see that. That's took lovely as that. This is the Morocco. I'm just going to bring. So this stamp, this is the lady in the hammock. This one has a top part to the stamp if you want to use it, which is the trees. I mean, I don't plan on using it, but it wouldn't have been a bad idea. We can have a look in a minute, but look at all that. I say, if I would prefer to do it on my mat, and then I can soak it all up. Yeah, I quite like that now. And then I'm going to use the jet black, believe it or not. It works, trust me. Well, I'm saying it works. My black, the bottom of my stamp's coming down here, and it's black. Obviously, I'm stamping in black, so what I'm saying is there's no reason why it shouldn't work. Just don't want to get too carried away, do we, Heidi? There is a possibility that I might be splatting, but I don't know yet. I'll put the stamp on first. Yeah, quite like that. So I'm just going to put that to the side. We are going to use the black again. So it's not the orange, it was my brush, but actually, as it happened, we could have left the orange out. I wonder if that's why they started putting lids on, look. Look at the difference in the new and then the old. I thought these brushes were supposed to all be good for good. You know what I mean? Right. Getting rid of that. I'm going to bring in the other piece. And I'm going to use, I'm using one brush. And I'm using Volcano Lake, Lagoon. I might only end up using two. And then the black. We'll see. Not forgetting, I'm going to be cutting it down. These are the ones that, you know, I have on the spinner with the lids on the rotating stand. That's these brushes. Now this one, I'm going to go in the circle. Again, I'm using Pink Frog Super Smooth, which just take water if you want to splat it, or you can use the watercolour card, which I nearly did actually, but then I thought when you use watercolour card, and I'm using a silhouette stamp, it's not as easy to get a good image when you're stamping. So I thought I'll just give this a go and we'll see where we end up. Oh, that's black. Do you know, I've done blending now for a couple of videos recently. I ain't half missed it. Yeah, it's been nice coming back to it. I'm going back to ends, even though we're cutting down, because it just makes my next colours coming in easier to blend. I always say that, if you've got a base colour down, it makes your next colours a lot easier to use. Right, fingers everywhere. Doesn't matter. Now blending the marks out that were left in middle just then. Oh, I feel like all upside down there. I may come back in with, in fact I might do I'll come back in with the lighter now and just see. Surprising how much lighter that is. Yes. I like that. Now I'm using emerald. And again, I'm going to come around the edges with the black. Not forgetting we're going to cut a bit down, so yeah, I'm going to have a few fingerprints on, but I'm not worried about it. Hey up, I think Lexi Dog's on her way up. I should have made it a bit bigger, I think, actually. Right, rub a bit of that off. Blend that in. There you go. How nice and smooth is that again? Not sure about this blotching, but it'll add to it. I don't know what that is. That's right. Yeah, have a sweetie. Give them both a sweet and make them quiet, doesn't it? Right, I'm going to tear a bit of this off. Because I'm doing black, I'd rather not touch the paper, because I don't want it on my hands, that's the only reason. Let's see. So I'm going to come in with the pure graphite first on this one. I'll put it there, and then we're going straight into the black. There's not much difference, to be fair, but it just gives it that build up. See, this is an old brush, but this one's fine. I mean, grey could be alright, it could do it, but... Now, I've got to think on to come in a little bit more than I would, like I said, for the cut down. Otherwise, I'm going to have no colour left. And instead of just cutting down one side and along the other, I'll probably cut all the way around. So it'll be quite a few cuts. Well, 4 on each card, actually. We're getting there. That's nice. I know this one has quite a deep bottom bit on it, whereas the other one's got a slight bottom bit on it, on the stamp. Right. That's that one. Have I just been doing in black? Have I been dipping it in the wrong one? Oh. Gosh, she does me head in when she's trying to sit down. It's like, sit down. She finds it hard to get down, up and down all the time. She's an old lady now. Right, I think And what I'll do is stamp before I'll cut down, just in case I don't stamp it right. So it gives us a bit of wiggle room, if you like. There we go. Now then, which was that? Oh, there might be a bit too much dark on this. I might splatter it then. Right, inking done. I best wipe my hands. They'll end up somewhere, won't they? Where they shouldn't be. Right, I'll just keep that there for now. Oh. Right, I'm going to use a stamp platform. Now then, which one to do first? I'll tell you what I do need to do. Let's dry it off. I mean, you've put a lot of ink down, so it's not going to dry brilliant, but we're not going to be embossing on it out, so it's not that important that you dry it. Right. I'm just looking for Rosie, I don't know where she is. Oh, she's laid next to Lexi, bless her. Right, let's do it. Actually, no. You've got to take this out because you're using a red rubber. Take my plastic sheet up. Been doing a lot of these lately then. I'll keep having to take this out. Right, we'll go back with that one. So we're using, he's actually a man on a bench. Now, what I did do, I must have done it on another one. I took a pen. I used a black pen, but I don't know where it is now. Anyway, this will do it. I took a black pen, and where the edge of the stamp's going to be down here, I just marked it on the side. Just so I know which is the bottom. You know how far down to come. I'm not overly bothered because we're going to cut a bit off, but if you had it measured, it's like I'm lining it up to that at the moment. That looks pretty. Why is my card so small? I think I've done my card too small, you know. Right, let's just go with it. I think maybe I should have started with a bigger piece of card. Let's have a go. I'm going to end up with a little picture that big. I'm stamping in this fine. It will take a few goes. And these are quite newly inked, so you'll see, I mean, it's a big stamp, really. I have a feeling this might be a bit too dark. It's right. yeah, so I've got the little line at the bottom. Oh, I haven't stamped bad actually. So yeah, I would, well actually when I was playing with it before, I stamped the image first, only because I knew I was playing, I was just messing about. But I let it dry, and actually I blended over it, and it were great how it did it. It didn't mark it up or anything. You know, when I blended over it, it was good, very good. So I'd probably consider that. Whereas we do need this to dry because we want to highlight it. Just a little bit here, I think. I mean, it don't look out special yet, but bear with him. I think it's just there on his pants. And I'm not bothered if it leaves a bit out, because it just adds to us. Yeah, like there. Not worried about that, because it's where the light will be coming from underneath him anyway. So we'll give that a clean. Clean, brilliant as well. So no problem with that. There you go, look, all nice and clean. But obviously we've used our stamp cleaner that we make. That one's done. I will put the back on. Look after it. I'll take that one out. We'll have to dry it. You can see it's still wet, quite wet actually. And yeah, I'll probably splatter up here, and I might put a bit of white pastel in the middle just to lighten it up a bit. We'll see. Come on, don't go spoiling it now. We'll take this one. Now this must be the one I marked on. Right, so if you have a look at this. Oh, do you know what? Oh, I did mark it there. It's come off though, so I need, and there. This is the top, so there is a line through it where it's separate, and also you can stamp happy birthday, which I don't want on it. It's got fluff on it. So we're just going to literally stamp the bottom. So again, I want it has got the marks, I can just see it. So that at the bottom, and that at the bottom. Don't know if it's going to be straight, but we'll give it a go. So I'm leaving all this out, but this is what I say, you could do this up as well and stamp it so you've got the trees above her, or you can put her down, move it up, and have your trees up here, so you've got a bigger gap in between. So your options are quite open for this one, it's quite good. But for now, we don't want the trees or the happy birthday. I don't know why, I just don't fancy them. Is it all over? Oh, please be straight. Fingers crossed. I don't want to do all this work for now, do I? Yep, just a little bit to cut off bottom. Don't know about the colours I chose. What's the red look like? Oh no, look. That's my fault, and I've just said that doesn't happen. I didn't even see what I'd done. I'm just thinking she needs another one. Let's give her another quick one. We did 3 on another one, didn't we? I mean, when that's dry, I'll just put a white splatter over it. It'll be right. Yeah, be alright with that. Gosh, I wouldn't have said that at one time. I'd have been having a meltdown. I need to start again. I mean, I'll probably still be saying that at the end, but it's what it is. It's in there. Take that out. I'm not putting no sentiments on, so it's a nice straightforward card. Can be for any reason then, can't it, as well? Right, let's see if we can, what I'm going to do, because that's extremely wet. I can see it coming through copy paper, look. That should still be wet underneath though. Yeah, but not as much. Look at that. It's a right print. I'll give them a blast now. Oh yeah, that is really going to bug me. Oh, there you go. I thought it was never going to dry. Ooh, smoking. Well, I am using a paint stripper. There you go, that's dry. Now, if you didn't want to cut off the bottom, even though it's not touching, all you need to do is get one of your pens and just draw the rest of it on. That looks dry to me now. That's warm. They're dry. Right, I'm just going to cut down 1/8 of an inch all the way around. It comes more to life. It will, I promise. Right, talk amongst yourselves. It shan't be long. So I'm going to cut it off the bottom first, just to make sure that we get that line, which is more or less took all of it off. That was silly. Oh well. Just do another one now. I'm on my way back. Right, I should have just stuck to the one card that I'm going to do, which is this one, because this one I've ended up cutting off the thing, and also we've lost the bottom, but I'm going to come back in with the black. I can draw things up the side, I'm not worried about that, but ideally it could do with, you know, a proper bit of shade on the bottom. Oh, look at the doggy. I just cut his legs off. There, that looks okay. It's nothing special. I'm going to have to put something around there. I don't think I'm going to finish this one off because I need trees or something up the side. What's that other tree I've got? Let me see if I can. I know it's not on foam, but I wondered if I could. No, I wouldn't be able to see what I were doing, so that's a no. That's silver, that's not good. Oh, what a disaster. So if I just came up a little bit, because I don't want to touch it, I'm going off. See, I like even just being able to see that little bit there. Makes it look better to me. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it does. I'm going to do something really bad now, and I really might end up chucking it in the bin. So you just love it when things work. Purely so that that has got somewhere to come off at an angle. Oh, I don't know what I think now. If I was doing this one again, which I will, I 100% would do it as a bigger card so you've got all the stamp on it. Because I just seem to have taken away all the pointless, not the pointless bit, the unpointless bit. We'll have a look, we'll have a play and see what it looks like with a bit of splash on it. Never know, do you, unless you try. Right, so I'm thinking the dry. I'm using a bit of pastel. Broke off from that. These are my Koh-i-No, the ones that I use all the time when I use them. These are absolutely fantastic. And I always buy them off Amazon. Cheapest place you'll ever buy them. So I'm just going to take a piece of paper and I'm going to cover that up. And I'm going to splat. Splat on my brush or splat with me. Let's go with brush. And then I will also do some white Posca on this one because it's more like a moonlighty picture in there. I just don't want it on him and spoil the stamp. Oh yeah. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Oh, that's pretty. Gosh, I ain't done this for ages. I am going to do the same on here, seeing as though it's... Watch this black run in now from there. If it does, it's just going in bin, I'm not worried. Maybe I should have done the black up here like I have done on that one. Might have made a bit of difference. Yeah, it's not too bad, is it? It's not in your face. It's funny how some go white in it and some just go the yellow way. Right, stop. Right, all done. Let's just put the highlight on. Give it a quick blast. Oh, look, I knew I shouldn't have done it. I've wetted the stamp and I didn't want to. Doesn't matter, we're going over it. I don't like that. That just seems pointless, doesn't it? But I'm just going to finish it off. You never know. I mean, we might even cut it down into a tag or something. I don't know. We'll see. So, before we... See, I would normally use my little pastel from here. That's these ones. Cheapest place is Amazon. 100%. So I would normally, I'm going to practice on this one because I'm not really worried what happens to it. And obviously the sun's coming down on her, so actually that's probably going to be its shade, but you know what I mean, we're just messing. But I've been using, have I put them away? I've been using these. I just got these off Amazon. But the soft ends for using with your pastels. Now then. So you can use it to blend that down. But you can see I've already got stuff on mine. Because earlier I was using the chalk one instead. And it just makes it that more realistic. I know what I mean. But I'm going to use the chalk and see the difference. Only problem with this is because it's not pointed, you seem to get a ton of it and maybe not always in the right place, but the idea's there. I loved it earlier when I was playing with it. Holding my breath. See, if we bring it down, that's obviously one of her knees that are up, and you can just see that her foot is, that's coming off, is a bit elevated. Or if you want to just take it off the chalk, even easier. I am absolutely not liking this one at all. I want to look at the stamp. See on the stamp you can't see it, it's literally, that's the mesh. There. I'm not even going to put this one on a card. I just want to show you that it will look good. I hope you can see it. It really is effective. But this one, now I'm going to take it across the top of the bench. I think I'll call this, when I put it on YouTube, 2 cards, one fail. One mega fail. I wonder if it's because I've not let it dry properly, whereas earlier I let it dry 100%. Let's have a look. It's only a bit of moonlight, isn't it? A bit on there. So now then, if you look at his feet, he's got a shoe there and a shoe there. And he's got 2 pair of pants on. That's one knee. See, I'm doing it where you wouldn't see this side of him. So my shade is actually wrong. But I just want to give you his definition, if you know what I mean, his shape. There's probably a lot better and easier ways to do it, but I liked what I did, so I wanted to go with what I did. And you can see the moon coming under his bum and onto that bit of bench and a bit of the flowers. I'm going to risk it. So I want to draw around his hat, but he's got a rim on. So you get the definition of his hat and the rim, and then this way you can see it's not just a blob up here on his face. I mean, it is okay using your pencils, but I just think these are, I've got more to them. I use my pencils for little ones that I've got to do. There, you see what I mean? You can actually see his face now. Don't know what his head's laid on. Looks like he's laid on a bag or something. And then I'm going to do his hand. Top of his pants. He looks very peaceful. I'll redo this one exactly the same when I come off, but I'll do it on a slightly bigger piece so you get the actual stamping. And then I'll post that one and show you. No point me doing it now. You've seen what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it exactly the same. And because we can't really see the shape of his arm, and you wouldn't because the moon's in the wrong place, like I say, I'm going to give him some arm. That looks funny. Like I say, it's not how it would look, but it lets us see what he's doing with his arm, where his arm actually is. Give him a bit of muscle here. Come on, go up to your shoulder then. Somewhere up there. There, now you can actually see that it's a man with extremely big muscles. Like a man with muscles. Let me just take a bit of that out. There. Do you get it now? Do you understand what I was going for? You can see it's a man. So that was my idea. So I'm going to put this on a base. And just do that top knee a bit. That top knee. That'll be his left knee. There you go. So yeah, and I understand that it's all wrong because your shade would be behind. This is where Andy'd pick up on it and say, no, it don't work like that. Can't do it, can't see it. But I quite like that. I'm happy with what I've done. I need to stop giving him so much muscle. Oh no. Silly girl. Right, let's get him on a frame before we do any more damage. Yeah. Can't stop, can I? These are amazing. Get this off my hands. So yeah, I'll promise I'll do that one and I'll put it up exactly the same as it is, just on bigger card. Never thought about it being bigger. Right. I'm going to use my tape runner. I need to sort my glues out. Look at Rosie, she's everywhere. 1 second, I have Fluffy. It's gone. I don't want to use my nail buff in case I mark the... I've just wiped my hands and I've got fingerprint on it. I'll tell you what we haven't put on, the white spatters. I'm not going to put them on either, I don't think it needs it. Right, so what I've done, I've got 4 1/4, 4 1/2. I hope you like it. Sorry other one didn't do it. I'm so cross at myself for not thinking about it being a bigger stamp. There we go. I have cut it right size, I promise you. It's just not looking that way. Well, I don't think I should have recorded today, do you? So going well, isn't it? Good job I used tape. Right, I'm going there. Then onto this one, I've got a piece of teal. This is 4 3/4 by 4 3/4. Nice colour to go with it, it was. And then card base, I'm using the Level Look from Pink Frog. And this is 5x5. Let's have a look. Oh no, it ain't. 5.5 by 5.5. That's not going to be right. Let me just measure it in. I'll measure it. That doesn't seem right. Oh, that's why. Thought it was too short with that one. This is the big one. 5.5 by 5.5. I mean, 5x5 would have been nice because that's just a nice size card, isn't it? Things so much quicker when you use tape. And then this is just gonna, it's the Level Up, can you see it? Yeah. And I'm just gonna sit this. I wanted that wider frame because it's a bit like a poster is the image, I think. Oh, I haven't coloured the moon. Let's spoil it now, Heidi. I only want a hint of this colour in it, just to take off the, there you go, that'll do. Maybe a little bit too much. We can solve that though. That's a good idea. I'll give you that glow round moon as well. There you go, look. Oh, nice. Oh, that's lovely. Right, that's your lot, guys. I've done it. I've finished. I hope you like it. It gives a lovely look to him. And you can see it's an him. Got a white spot on his nose. Yeah, I hope you like it. Right, I'm off. I'm going to go start my next one. In fact, I'm going to go and do this first. And I'll catch you on my next video. I love you all. Don't forget, it's from Stamp Addicts. It was £12.99 for all three, which I don't think's bad. Right, I'm off, guys. I'll catch you later. Bye.